Hey guys, welcome to the Physiotherapy Awareness channel. In today's video, we are going to review one YouTube link which was sent to us anonymously by some physical therapist. Well, we went through the entire video of this introduction to the therapeutic taping and we found some misinformation on certain topics. So that is what we are going to create an awareness about what exactly is right and what exactly is wrong. So let's hear and review it.
As well as the students, yeah, who have joined us today. Since it's an introductory session, I'm not going to be using a lot of AV8s. I'll rather give you, certain outlook or a perspective towards taping, which might help you understand if you have to learn it, why, and how to learn it. Okay. Now, as Mansi rightly said, what I will be covering here. So let me start off with this. First of all, guys, the question many people ask me is when we think of taping, why is it important to learn? Why is it needed to learn? Right? Clinically, is it feasible? Evidence kya hai is pe? Everything is there, guys. We have articles also published on this. Clinically, I mean, if you see your OPD cases, outpatient cases, works fantastic. Sports physiotherapy, you can't even imagine without taping today's times. So it's very, very important. Okay. I remember my interest in taping started a decade or beyond that. I was finishing my masters. So I learned taping at that time. Since then, I've been applying it. And one thing which I used to always see in taping, which I try to educate in all our IMTT workshops, is see, our first experience with tape generally comes, yeah, as a physio, in your OPD when you apply IFT electrode and you apply micropore tape on that, yeah, so it lets it stay. So our first initial experience with tape. So what is that kind of a tape? That is a paper-based tape which you apply on the skin, right? So taping, what is it? Can we use any tape? Which tape should we not use? Today I'll try to make you aware on that, guys. Since this is an online session, we are not going to get hands-on. So I'll not cover techniques or no hands-on conditions, applications, because that's not right to cover in a webinar or online session. Rather, what I can cover is I can give you a good idea on the do's and don'ts, on some myths concerning taping, which many people have. So I'll try to clarify that. So that will try to give you a more objective idea and a perspective towards taping. First things first, what is a tape? See, a piece of paper or a piece of fabric which has an adhesive on it, which can stick on the body, is called tape. Next, the workshops which I take, even the title of this webinar, therapeutic taping. Yeah, therapeutic taping, where does it come from? See, the word therapeutic, why I have used in the title since years now, 7, 8 years, is because the word therapeutic itself means anything that has a healing or a positive effect on the body. This is by Oxford Dictionary. Yeah. So if you use a tape for a healing purpose, for treatment purposes, as an adjunct to your therapy, or as a component of your therapy and treatment, it is therapeutic taping. So first you have to understand, all taping is not therapeutic. You might be confused. Let me clarify. I'll give an example. There are certain tapes existing since earlier times in the market. They are there. Some people practice. With all due respect to them, what happens is they might not have a very positive effect on the skin. Like they might cause skin reactions, irritability at times, might peel off the layer of the epidermis itself at times. So this kind of taping cannot be called therapeutic taping, guys. So first step is that to understand what tape is therapeutic, what is not. Okay. Now, if I ask you this, you might think, sir, kis lihaz se, in what context? Let me explain. The first thing in taping you have to understand, if you want to pursue it in a hands-on workshop in future, whatever it is, you have to understand the adhesive on the tape. As I told you, it's a fabric or a paper with adhesive on that. So adhesive, gum, glue, simple words. If that glue or adhesive is of good quality, it might probably not cause a skin reaction. So you can call that a therapeutic tape. If the adhesive is not of good quality, not good asset, but not good for the human skin, it might be good for on other works, carpentry work ke liye, some other technical works, fine, but not for the human body. So it's not therapeutic tape. Now you might think, so how do we know? Let me explain. There are basically two kinds of adhesives. You might be thinking now taping webinar, I thought color se shuru hoga, red color, blue colors. No, it's not only about the cool stuff. We have to know the basics first. Okay, so first understand what a tape is made up of. Okay, it is a paper or a fabric, with gum on it, glue on it. So this adhesive or glue is of two types. One is called your latex adhesive. Latex क्या होता है? जो रबर का पेड़ होता है, बचपन में कभी देखा होगा, rubber plant. When you cut the leaf, white sap comes off. Fevicol types, white, thick, gooey, sticky. That's your latex adhesive, guys. किसी भी टेप को आप ओपन करके देखो, टच इट. इफ इट इज व्हाइट, स्टिकी एंड वेरी वेरी गुई, बहुत चिपचिप है, मोटा है, थिक है, सो दैट इज योर लेटेक्स एडहेसिव, लाइक योर फेविकॉल. जो पुराने जमाने में स्पोर्ट्स साइंटिस्ट यूज्ड टू यूज, इवन नाउ सम ऑफ देम यूज, वो कौन सा टेप आता है आपका? एलास्टोप्लास्ट, एलास्टोक्रेप, क्रेप बैंडेज की तरह, एंड इट हैज गम दैट दे अप्लाई व्हेन दे रिमूव स्किन पे देयर आर व्हाइट व्हाइट डॉट्स. या दैट इज लेटेक्स एडहेसिव. Or if you have been posted in orthopedic wards, they apply a tape on sutures, sutures पे लगाते हैं. When they remove the tape from sutures, yeah, there are white dots remaining, residual white gum चिपका रहता है. Yeah, sometimes skin only comes off. So this white color, thick, sticky and gooey adhesive is the latex adhesive. This you have to understand is not very good for the human skin. If you use this, कि फार्मेसी से एलास्टोप्लास्ट ले लिया, पेशेंट पे अप्लाई कर दिया टेनिस एल्बो के लिए, व्हेन यू रिमूव, स्किन लुक्स रेड एंड पिंक ना. क्यों? बिकॉज द लेयर ऑफ एपिडर्मिस हैज कम ऑफ, और समटाइम्स दैट व्हाइट डॉट्स आर रिमेन, दैट इज द एडहेसिव हैज रिमेन्ड ऑन द स्किन. That is because this latex adhesive is very very strong. It is too strong, in fact. So when you apply on the skin, it peels off the skin at times and causes reactions, allergic reactions. Hence, this is not a therapeutic tape. First step, guys. Okay, no hi-fi, simple stuff. Any tape which you touch, white है, बहुत thick है, sticky है, gooey है, latex adhesive है. If it is latex adhesive, बाकी चीजों के लिए use करो, human body पे नहीं, because it is not therapeutic. It is not, basically the substance is not hypoallergenic. You must have heard of this word, hypoallergenic. Hypoallergenic means any substance which has a less tendency, I cannot say kabhi bhi nahi, but it has a less tendency of causing a allergic reaction. If somebody is very sensitive, it might still cause. We cannot guarantee, but it has a less tendency of causing allergic reaction. And this latex adhesive is not hypoallergenic. That means it has a more tendency of causing an allergic reaction. So first step, any tape which has latex adhesive, do not use on the human body. With all due respect, I see many people using it. I'm trying to educate, make you aware. Don't use it, guys. Okay, that might cause allergic reaction, then the patient is not happy, and then they go to a dermat and complain. We don't want that. So let's clear basics. Because I see many BPT students, they see on television कि sir Dale Steyn ने black tape लगाया था, सानिया मिर्जा pink tape. Colors आएगा, वो सब उसका time है. But first basics. Let's not jump towards the cool stuff. You have to be aware. Okay. How to check a good tape. So two kinds of adhesives. Latex adhesive, I told you it's not good, non-hypoallergenic, not therapeutic. So do not use that tape for taping purposes. Yeah. The other kind of adhesive is your acrylic adhesive. Okay. Now I'll give an example. OPD में जब when you see micropore tape, paper open निकालते हो आप, when you touch that, वो उतना white नहीं होता. It is more transparent. It's more transparent. It's more gentle, yeah, it's more softer, not that strong, not that overwhelming on the skin, yeah. So this transparent, gentle, not so sticky tape, acrylic adhesive it is called. Okay, this acrylic adhesive is not naturally occurring substance, it is artificially synthesized, keeping the human skin in mind. Okay, so all the good tapes you get, be it kinesio tape, rigid tape, athletic tape, अगर आप ओपन करके देखो, डोंट गो बाय द ब्रांड्स, ये ब्रांड का अच्छा है, ब्रांड तो कोई भी, आई कैन स्टिक अ ब्रांड माय नेम, डजंट मैटर. यू शुड बी इन अ पोजीशन टू इवैल्यूएट एंड चेक वेदर इट्स गुड और नो. या ब्रांड्स दे ऑल कम फ्रॉम साउथ कोरिया, सिंपल एज दैट, सम जापान. सो यू शुड नो हाउ टू चेक. इफ यू ओपन अ टेप, व्हाइट है, बहुत स्टिकी एंड gooey, नॉट थेरेप्यूटिक, नॉट गुड, latex adhesive. If it is transparent, not very sticky and gentle to touch, yeah, it will be very light, उतना dense नहीं होता है वो. That is acrylic adhesive. Any tape which has acrylic adhesive is good for the skin, gentle for the skin, and usually, unless somebody is very sensitive, usually does not cause skin reactions. So using such tape is safer. First step in taping. Okay. Now you might think, sir, ये तो strong नहीं है, फिर skin पे रुकेगा नहीं. It will come off faster. No. Though the acrylic adhesive is not so strong, but it has a quality to it. When you apply acrylic adhesive and rub a little bit, activate the adhesive, it forms a bond with the skin over a period of time, becomes stronger, and actually lasts longer than the latex tape. Getting it, guys? So first step, how to identify. If the glue is acrylic, it is hypoallergenic. Tick. It is therapeutic. अगर latex है, non-hypoallergenic, non-therapeutic, not to be used like by a qualified movement scientist like you. Yeah, knowledge is power, right? When we know it, we know what to do. चलो, ये हो गया अपना first step. This is clear, guys? Till now? चलो, fine. Now, next step. I'll try to cover few important points. Now it's an introductory session. Some important things I'll cover. Next, when we started workshops, no guys, I think उतने workshop तब होते नहीं थे. International लोग आ रहे थे, Indian placers थे नहीं. But what was happening is the teaching was happening based on products. If I am supposed into selling something, I am teaching you ये अच्छा है. That is not the right way. As a teacher, you have to know all. I have to make sure you know all the concepts. And हर concept का अपना benefit है. Whatever concepts are there today, evidence based. Be it canister taping has its benefits, drawbacks also. Be it rigid taping has its benefits, drawback also. Be it athletic taping, उसके भी benefit है, drawback है. Even suppose आपकी OPD में कुछ नहीं है, you don't have the tapes, you're importing it now, getting it, नहीं है, patient है, you can also do temporary applications by a micropore tape. Now, micropore will not last longer. That's a different thing. But that's because micropore tape, जो paper tape आता है OPD में आपका, that is a paper based tape. And paper based tape doesn't stay for longer. That is true. But you can definitely do temporary applications. So what I'm trying to say here is, more than the tape itself, कि आपके पास कितना अच्छा tape है, कितने अच्छे color का tape है, that doesn't matter more. What matters more, हर सबकी अपनी quality है. But more than the product or the tape itself, it is your skill as a therapist that matters more. Even if I give you the best stuff, कि चलो कैनेसो टेप लो, अच्छी क्वालिटी का है, 1000 रुपए का है, but if you don't know how to use it, doesn't do anything. On the other hand, if you are skilled about it, if you know how to work with it, you can do magical things even with a micropore tape. Yeah. So knowing the product is important, but also knowing the skills how to use that product is more important. Okay. So first thing that I personally believe in, no offense to anybody else who doesn't, is you have to know every concept. That's why in our workshops, we have done around 110, 120 taping workshops. It's an integrated approach. We don't tell you one concept कि हाँ ये आप सीख लो, ये आपको आना चाहिए. नहीं. We teach you all the concepts. Athletic, rigid, kinesio.